The syndicate in Pittsburgh, operating with the help of Martin Scorsese and Yoko Ono, locked me in a house from the inside with a man named Kasparowski who kidnapped and tortured me as a child and drove my mother to sell our house and move. He brutalized me and subjected me to a neurotrauma. He locked me from the house from the inside. And if it had not been for my sister, whose instinctive shock upon hearing that, and her saving a picture of me in hideous, deformed condition as a child, there would have been no basis to challenge Yoko Ono's attorney and her gall in luring me to Seattle, where they finalized this poach as a snuff film syndicate. Because the perpetrators already knew they were committing a god-awful terrorist offense. How could they not? They gurgled with glee over it. But they have no shame. Don't get me wrong. It's not that they have shame, but they can reflect on the world around them and notice when evidence deters people from following their lead. They may still have custody of me. I can't tell. It's coming from the US government. They brutally, horrifically torture me. The reason is clear from all that they subjected me to. They operate from organized religion, and they despise the category of humanist. Pittsburgh public school child. And of course, they had the additional ingredient that I was a little boy who George Bush suggested they use because he was donating me as a hidden cabinet, as a service animal from the San Jacinto, vowing that I would stick together with Kennedy's killers. So the condition is the sacrifice of my manhood. And of course, they castrated me. You know Yoko Ono. Oh, don't get me wrong. They have a counter story about my childhood that they had the gall to even script. Her name was Gail Burston, and her image is in Seattle Center playing the violin. In the script, I was snorting marijuana with the spiritual familiar of John Lennon. And I didn't want to follow him into the beyond, into the emerald beyond. And this was enough to buy him the ransom of Obama and Biden. Of course, Trump got a foothold this way. Because what else could it be but a national security operation? That they're hiding and advocating for the script about the murder of JFK by locking a child in a house from the inside who has been traumatized and tortured. Okay, I wasn't a child anymore, but I was a child when they did it. And I had neurotraumatic amnesia. I tried to bolt out the back door and I heard a voice. I saw someone head over to the corner. And Peter Gabriel started putting out songs like that voice again. And with Mel Gibson sadistically depicting me as the last temptation in Two Virgins Pussy Ball Game that required my crucifixion by AIDS to satisfy Yoko Ono over the Hiroshima bomb. This is what the hippies do in Britain. Sick. and there would have been no basis to challenge it if there weren't now in my possession images that are certain to cause shame, just as my sister's harrowing shock when she heard that they had locked me in a house from the inside with Kasparowski. Left a very firm impression on me that possibly there were witnesses who could bear to come forward at this late date. At least my sister made clear that she understood how horrible that was. Peter Gabriel just wants to protect Amanda Harcourt, who just wants to get off crucifying a deaf white sock. Deaf white sock.